All right, everyone, get in here, sit down, and shut up. We've got stuff to talk about. Welcome back, everyone. It is time again to go through each and every single game that's going to happen in this week of the NFL season and tell you exactly who's going to win, exactly who's going to lose, and why that outcome will happen. I'm pretty good at this. Seriously, go look at all my previous videos. 100% record so far. I have never gotten a single one incorrect that I know of. Starting with the Thursday night game, we have the Minnesota Vikings heading to Los Angeles to take on the Rams. Now, when you look at their records, you probably think, oh, Minnesota, back in the win column, no problems whatsoever. But that's not going to be the case. The Rams will win this game, and I'm going to tell you exactly why. Go back and look. There's a tax that comes with playing the Lions, and the Vikings get to pay that on Thursday night as they lose to the Rams. It's just how it goes. The Ravens head to Cleveland to take on the Browns, and yeah, easy win for the Ravens here. I don't think it's going to be a shutout. I do think Winston will move the Browns down the field enough to probably get a field goal or two, maybe a touchdown here in garbage time, but the Ravens aren't going to have a problem with this game. They will go to 6-2, and the Browns will just be that much closer to another top 3 draft pick. The Titans head to Detroit to take on the Lions, who are coming off probably their biggest win of the season so far against the Vikings, and I think they're just going to continue to roll here. Home game against the Titans, this could get ugly. I mean, so far, I feel like there's some pretty simple games here, and this is going to be one of them. Lions, I cannot see them even coming close to losing this game. The Colts head to Houston to take on the Texans, and I do not think the Colts are 4-3 good. I think their record is inflated a bit, and they're going to come down hard here to the Texans, who are probably just going to run right through them. I think the Colts got lucky most recently against the Dolphins, getting to play against them in the final week before Tua comes back. So I think overall they are probably closer to like a 2-5 team than a 4-3 team. Just some of the coin tosses have been going their way, and this one won't, though. The Houston Texans will probably run all over them. Joe Mixon, probably a huge game. The Green Bay Packers head down to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. This one really hurts my soul because I want so bad for some reason for the Jaguars to be good this year, and every time they get a win and I think, here it goes, they turn around and have to play a good team. I can't go against the Packers here. The Packers are just a better team than the Jacksonville Jaguars. Certainly a possibility of an upset here because I think the Jaguars are better than 2-5. But every time I say that, they disappoint me. So I'm just going to go with the Packers here because it seems like the safer play. Jordan Love just seems like he is clicking now. Packers, perhaps a close game because they're playing in Jacksonville. But overall, the Packers will just prove to be the better team here. The Arizona Cardinals head to Miami to take on the hapless, hopeless, and just awful Miami Dolphins. Now, Tua is coming back, so you might be sitting here thinking, hey, he's going to take them. He's going to pick the Miami Dolphins at home. No, he's not. The Arizona Cardinals will probably just completely run through us, I have a feeling. Probably getting ready to blow it all up. I hope I'm wrong because I really want the Dolphins to do well. It makes the NFL season more enjoyable. And it's probably because I'm talking so much crap against Kyler Murray here recently that he's just going to come out and just completely ball against us. So I'm going the Cardinals here just because life hates me and the NFL even more so hates me. This is just the game Aaron Rodgers needs to get everyone thinking the Jets are good again. This will be probably a very, very, very bad game for the Patriots. I'm talking, we might see the Jets put up 50 points, and it's probably out of spite. It's probably going to be a bit of pent-up frustration, and again, it'll be just enough to make everyone think, hey, the Jets got it turned around. The Jets aren't a good team. With or without Aaron Rodgers, with or without Devontae Adams, they are just not a good team. Their offensive line sucks, and they're the Jets. They'll beat the Patriots because the Patriots just happen to be worse than them this season. But overall, this will be a fool's gold game, as I like to use that term here and there, as the Jets will win, and the whole media will just lap it up because it's New York. So Jets win pretty easily. Not too much going to go on here other than just a big game from Aaron Rodgers probably. Falcons and Buccaneers, and I got to tell you, rematch of a game earlier this season I couldn't wait for until Mike Evans and Chris Godwin both got hurt. I'm going to go ahead and go with the Falcons because they are a healthier football team. Don't discount Baker. He seems like that type that just wants to will his team to wins, and you can't really fault him for that. And it could be one of those games where, the Buccaneers come into it thinking, hey, we're down and out. Let's prove them wrong. We're at home. The crowd gets behind him, perhaps. But I just got to go with the Falcons on this one just because who's Baker going to throw the ball to, really? I mean, come on. The Eagles head to Cincinnati to take on the Bengals. Well, I think this will be a Cincinnati win. I think the Eagles finally get to play a good team, even though the Bengals' record doesn't really look like a good team's record. I think the Bengals do get back to 500 here. and maybe, just maybe, completely embarrass the Eagles. That's just how I'm feeling. The Eagles have been doing a great job of proving me wrong this year, so perhaps they'll go into Cincinnati and come away with a win. But I really think the Bengals are just going to roll right over them. Saints at the Chargers. Chargers are too good for the Saints. The Saints, with or without Derek Carr, doesn't matter. Who's he throwing to? Maybe Chris Olave comes back, but it doesn't matter. The Chargers are a team that are going to prey on bad teams, and this is just one of those games. Chargers win easily. The Bills head to Seattle to take on the Seahawks. And I got to tell you, my brain says Buffalo. My heart says Seattle, because obviously I want the Bills to lose. But my heart is an idiot, and it's going to be the Bills who win this game fairly easily. The Seahawks, I've said it before, they seem like a pretty solid team that's going to play spoiler this year. Maybe they sneak in the playoffs, but they will be there at the end. This won't be one of those games, though. The Bills are just a better team. I hope I'm wrong. I hope everyone gets to go down in the comments below and tell me what an idiot I am for picking the Buffalo Bills, because the Seattle Seahawks just, absolutely boat raced them. But I don't think that's going to happen. I hope it happens, but I don't think it's going to. The Bears head to Washington to take on the Redskins. I'm kind of surprised. I don't know if it's too early to flex games, but with Williams and Jaden Daniels, the way they've been playing this season, I'm almost surprised this didn't end up on primetime. Two up-and-coming rookie quarterbacks who maybe could be the future of the NFL. Why wouldn't you want to watch that? The winner, though, it's going to be Washington. I don't think the Chicago Bears are as good of a team as Washington is right now. Washington playing at home as well, I believe, gives them the edge here. And I'm just going to go with the home team here. Think Washington pull it out. The Panthers head to Denver to take on the Broncos. And, the Broncos, they're going to be 5-3 after this. They very well could be a playoff team. And I don't know if I'm a head coach or if I'm an NFL team, I don't know if I want to play the Broncos in the playoffs. That defense is too good. If it gets good and healthy, I think they might have had some injuries in their most recent game. But if it's healthy by the playoffs, this is not a team I'm going to want to play. The Panthers nearly shut out. I had a prediction that they would be shut out. I'd like to go ahead and predict it again, I guess, but what's the likelihood? I'll go ahead and say it. I think the Panthers get shut out. They're playing a much better defense in the Denver Broncos, who maybe, at home, really just come out and don't want them to score. So, it's not going to be a close game. Broncos win easily. Could it happen? Could the Chiefs lose to the Raiders in Las Vegas? No, they won't. That's the dumbest thing anyone could ever imagine. The Chiefs will easily win this game. They'll go 7-0. The Raiders lost calls this season. They might win 2 more games if they're lucky and they play some bad teams or some teams who've already been eliminated by the end of the season. Chiefs roll. There's not really much to talk about other than, yay, the Chiefs, I guess. Go away. Cowboys head to San Francisco to take on the 49ers. I love this game. I can't explain why, but it reminds me of my younger years. Dallas, San Francisco. Just seeing those two teams play, it seemed like every year they were playing in the playoffs, and it was just a game you saw on TV. So I really like this game just for that fact. So I'm glad it's on Sunday night, and I get to really enjoy it. As far as the winning team goes, I would like to think the San Francisco 49ers will do it, but they have been really disappointing this year. Could it be that Christian McCaffrey is that important to them? I just don't know. Cowboys, they are coming off that huge loss to the Lions, but they did get the bye week. So I don't know if the Lions tax will carry over through a bye week or not. I feel like coming out of the bye week, I'm going to take the Cowboys. It wouldn't surprise me if the 49ers win this game. But Cowboys have been terrible at home, and it's an away game. So maybe, just maybe, since they're away from home, coming off the bye, 49ers really just can't seem to get things going. Just feels like the Cowboys might come away with a win here. Wouldn't surprise me if I'm wrong, but I'm going Cowboys. The Giants head to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers. Is it weird to anyone else that the Pittsburgh Steelers just got a home game against the Jets on Sunday Night Football, and now they got a home game against the Giants on Monday Night Football? That seems weird to me. I don't know. Let me know down below what you think, if that just seems weird to you. What are the odds of that happening? Anyway, Steelers win this game quite easily. The Giants aren't a good team this year at all. Steelers are absolutely rolling. They're at home. It's prime time. I wouldn't put it past the Steelers to absolutely pitch a shutout here. Because what are the Giants? Who's going to score any points on the Giants? Daniel Jones will be running for his life all game long. It's going to get ugly. This will be a fun game to watch for Steelers fans. Let me just put it that way. But easy win for the Steelers. Hey, before you go, if I picked against your team to win this week, go ahead and leave a comment down below to tell me what kind of an idiot I am for doing that. If I picked your team to win this week, go ahead and like the video because we both know I got it right. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and you take it easy.